Hello Gemini, welcome to your monthly reading in general and love for the month of June. So today, as I'm doing your reading, today is the last day of Mercury retrograde. So you may feel some type of shift or change within the sometimes I feel it in like the atmospheric way. I don't know really how else to describe that. And then sometimes I will feel it just in my within my body or my energy field, or you feel it like I feel it like in the physical realm, I guess you can say. Like, for example, I'm feeling the shift, but with the shift that I'm feeling, there's agitation. Like, I feel like I'm a little agitated today, and I definitely feel it in my jaws, like where you clench your teeth or you clench your jaws. That's where I'm feeling it. So hopefully this feeling will dissipate. And my moon is in Gemini, so I should be able to relate to this reading as well, and hopefully will also, like how you have physical outlets. Some people work out to get their frustration out. For me, like, doing readings like this helps to get the frustration out. So I'm hoping that by finishing up my readings today, it will help to get some of this frustration that I'm feeling in my jaws over here off. So, I wish I had some type of like software or something where, me saying, oh, it's the end of Mercury retrograde, and there could be like a one of those musical things that pops up with like the hooray, congratulations type thing. But I don't have that kind of software. So anyways, here I am. So we have, after today, we have still a good week left, like I'm going to say it's a little bit more than a week. Like a week and a half left of like its shadow period and I'm talking about Mercury. It will be in shadow, which means it's like going backwards to try to get itself straightened out and or get itself like stationed. So there is that shadow period, and that goes until about the 12th or the 13th of June. So like 10 more days. So this shift here that we have, this could very well I'm hoping that this energy, that this frustration I'm feeling doesn't last for 10 days, but, it could be. My etheric field or body, whatever you want to call it, could get acclimated to it in the next couple of days. I just looked at the clock and saw 3:33. So, the Ascended Masters are here. And of course today is also the 3rd, so even better. Alright, so the month of June is the number 6. So the number 6 is all about balance. It's like if you see the number sequence 666, a lot of people freak out. I used to freak out as well seeing that number 6, that number sequence, because it you think it means like, oh, the devil. But actually, like, the number sequence really is telling us that it's almost like a precursor. Like, it's letting you know that you're on the cusp of a downward spiral into negative territory. So it's really, if you see that number sequence, it's really standing out to say, hey, get your thoughts into balance. Like, you are out of balance, so reel it back in. And that to me has really helped, like, seeing that number sequence. So it's like, oh, okay, if I see it, I'm like, yeah, I've been on the little negative side here lately, so I've got to reel my thoughts in, or, get myself in check before I spiral into a dark place mentally, or a dark outlook on the world. So you will see or notice, like in this month, because it is the number 6, that we are in the 6th month, that there is a need for balance. And it could be too, because the first half of the month is that shadow period from Mercury retrograde. Things are still, kind of uneven. We're still somewhat in a wobble. And the last half of the month, is like normal. But you got to keep in mind too, we haven't been in a normal energy since April. So there is going to be a balancing effect. You will have to, I only speak from experience. So my experiences with it is, sometimes I always pay attention to how I'm going, how I'm operating, but like things that I'm not things that, all right, for example, because this is the only way I know how to get the point across I'm trying to get across here. I will pay attention to my body. So, for example, how I'm going about my day, like throughout my home, even at work. If I sometimes will notice during these shifts that I am moving faster than what I am used to, and it's like when I'm moving faster, it's like I start tripping or sidestepping, and like the other day my foot landed wrong, and my body just naturally spun around and went right on through. And I was like, okay, well, that's something new. That's different. But I went with it. And that right there helps you to, like, get acclimated with the new energy. I also have noticed, like, there are times like that when I feel, too, like I'm not necessarily acclimated with the energy, and I'm a little wobbly, vertigo's kicking in, you can't stand up too fast, you get lightheaded. So it's like, that for me, when I start tripping, especially over my feet and tripping on shit that's not really there, that to me is like saying, okay, slow down a little bit, reel it back in. So I just try to maneuver with the energies. And if you can train yourself to maneuver with those things, then you'll see that you are more easily able to get acclimated with them. So I feel like, we still have a little bit of this momentum going, and then there is like a need to allow to work with it. And then when we really come out of it, which would be like the 12th or the 13th, then it's like, okay, we're in the green zone. So this is mean like now we can go. Now we can move forward. Now we can do things. And I would say like the 12th through the 14th, there's that being direct. So when you come out of the 12th and the 13th and the 14th, that's still like almost 2 weeks from now. You may notice that you are different than when, the first half of the month. So you want to see how you can flow through all that, strive for balance through all that, and be open to change and where that change may take you, because you may enter June being one way, but by the end of the June, you may be a different way. Alright, so I'm going to do a Celtic Cross spread reading using my favorite tarot deck, the Greer Tarot. And then I'm going to pull one card message from the Soul's Journey, from the Flower Therapy, the Indigo Angel, and then the Angel Answers deck. So if you have a question, or something you would like an answer to, form it, think about it, and then I will answer it at the end. All right, so let's get started into your reading. All right, so we start out right out the gate with strength. Okay. All right, Gemini. So, I do love the strength card. There's a lot of yellow here, by the way, and there's a tractor coming down the road, so hopefully it won't be too noisy. All right, so this month you will be in your, I would say, your best physical element. The thing I have grown to learn about the strength card, I used to not like seeing it at all, okay? Just because it's like, it is a card of like work and inner work. You know, this is a card of having courage and compassion, being focused. You may feel like you don't have the strength, but actually the strength that you need to get through is inside of you. It's within. And this card is telling you that you have got to focus on and tap into that inner strength. And like, I mean, you have the ability to keep this lion here calm, cool, and collected. You have that power. So with that power and that strength there is going to, and the thing that I love, and see, this is the flip side of the strength card, because it's like, it's telling you, if you can tap into this inner strength within yourself, you might have to pull it up by your bootstraps, but if you can pull it up and tap into it, you will find that you come out of the situation very strong. Like you are, there was one time I received this card as an outcome, and I was like so mad. I was like, God, I hate seeing this card. Well, then when I went through the energy and came out of it, I then came back and said, I am thankful for that strength card, because that strength card made me into the badass that I am right now, which I don't mean like right now in this moment. I mean this was like probably 4 or 5 years ago when I had this card as an outcome. And this is where I actually physically experienced and learned what this card meant. And man, I was thankful, because by tapping into that inner, everything from within, how it makes you on the outside is something completely different. And it's like, it's better. It's a good energy. And this is you for the month. You're going to have to tap into your inner strength, your courage, your compassion. And I feel like that's what's going to help you stay centered and grounded in the month of June. Now, your challenge. There is something here that you are not wanting to nurture or give time and energy to. Now, if you're a guy watching this, then this is about a feminine in your life. If you're the feminine watching this, then this is definitely about you. So, your challenge here is the Empress in reverse. There could be something that's like, instead of being independent, it's being dependent upon you. It could be smothering you. There could be some creative blocks here, an emptiness, a void. There's something here that you're feeling, and it could be on the flip side, you know, like you're really in this, but on the flip side, you're feeling this energy. Like you're not wanting to build something with either a person or with a job or a home. There's something in your life that you are not wanting to give your time and energy to. And it could be because you haven't really been receiving good news or good messages about it. Or you feel though that someone, okay, so look, this is the base and the root of the reading. So bad intentions, someone easily tricking you, being a loudmouth, lack of seriousness, not good news. This is the root of the issue, the root of the reading, the basis of it. You haven't received the messages that you've been wanting to hear. Now, the first part of the month, you may feel that either, because we do have this King of Pentacles in the first part of the month, so there could be something that you are invested in. This could be like an enterprise, abundance, stability, security, being grounded. Something feels very fertile the first of the month. And now, if this is a guy in your life, well, he, of course, is feeling in his element, it seems like. And there could be, delays or not so good words spoken between you and this person. By the middle of June, I do see some heartache here. And by the middle of the month, we do have the Three of Swords. And that speaks of loneliness, betrayal, sadness, heartbreak, and grief. And maybe that's why you are not wanting to nurture or give to this situation any longer. By the end of the month, you have the Seven of Swords. Now, the Seven of Swords, it can be a little tricky, because this can definitely go, several different ways. There's dishonesty, deceit, manipulation, cheating, theft. So either you're dealing with the masculine who is doing this to you and it's causing you heartache this month. Now, the thing with this Seven of Swords, either they have some things going on in their life which is affecting you and your relationship, or you are like not wanting to entertain or deal with them anymore. So it's like, and this is a general reading, a collective reading, so you're going to have to take this how it resonates with you. Now, the Seven of Swords at the end of the month, either this person that you're dealing with is going to be trying to deceive you and manipulate you, so that, and here he's leaving something over here in the past and he's going this direction. So it's like he's going to be coming to you with some words or some form of communication, leaving something in the past here. And so that's where, you've got to focus and really, dig into this strength and this compassion and this courage you hear to face him and see what he's got to say. Or this is going to be you, the Seven of Swords could be you strategizing how to get out of this situation. Now, Gemini, sometimes, we get ourselves into situations and we realize, there are situations we don't want to be in. And it's like, okay, well then how do we get out of this situation? Well, sometimes you have to exit the room real slow. Sometimes you got to take one claw out at a time. And that could be your strategy on how to get out of this situation. And maybe it's the very thing that you are not wanting to feed into anymore. So you're like, okay, well, I've got to come up with a plan to get out of this. Now, here's the thing. If you are in a third party situation, we do have the 3 here with the Empress and the 3 here with this 3 of Swords. If you are in a third party situation, this is you sitting pretty. And then this would be the other chick, okay? I would say that you're the one that's more so in your element here. than this other chick. She seems like she would be, you know, the Empress upright is someone who makes everything look beautiful. She is beautiful. You know, she's all of the queens in one. Like, she's the Queen of Cups, the Queen of Pentacles, the Queen of Swords, and the Queen of, what the hell is the other one? Swords, Cups, Pentacles, and the Queen of Wands. Okay, so she's all of them in one. Well, in reverse, she's like the bad attributes of all of them. Like, she's angry, cutthroat, cold, disheartened, and if a masculine here left you for this other woman, for another woman, then know that she is being that way toward them, and that might be the thing right there that by the end of the month going, and I would say maybe even into July, just because this has the number 7 on it, and July is the 7th month. This is at the end of June, the time period here. So by the end of June, you could see that this masculine, if that's your case, that he has figured out that this is not the one feminine he wants to be with. So he is leaving and coming up with a strategy or an exit plan to come back to you. So just know that you may have to really watch your words and how you come across this month, because we do have this reverse page of wands in the root of the reading. So these two are going to be somewhat, I think, tied together. So just be careful with your words and how you use them, I would say. You know, especially if you are in the dynamic of, you have recently, like just this year, met someone, but like this lady right here may have been in this masculine's life for a while, or before you got here. So this masculine could be back and forth. Well, do I really want to leave this one and go over here? Maybe not. Maybe I'll stay over here. Well, no, I want to go over here. This masculine could be back and forth about where he wants to go. And I feel like, though, that something's going to happen because of this 7 of Swords, to where whatever he left and went to, he's going to see that he doesn't want to stay there, and he's going to be coming back to something better. So, you know, this situation right here that I'm seeing could pan out several different ways. You will have to plug yourself in to where you see it fit. So if you are the feminine here who is, let me just say this masculine is going to be strategizing and figuring out how to come back to this lady in this strength card. Whoever is feeling abundant within herself, who's feeling good, who has a good outlook on life, she has stability, she's got control, you know, she's compassionate to all, she's loving, she's open. Well, he is coming back to her. So I feel like he is strategizing how to get away from this negative Nelly right here. So if you are the negative Nelly, this is you, then you should know that this masculine is going to the one who's this. So if you're wanting this masculine, you need to embody this strength card here and get out of this energy. So there is going to be some heartache or heartbreak the middle of the month about the situation. But I feel, though, by the end, you know, this heartbreak could be where he cuts out this one and comes back this way. He may say something to you about the middle of the month where I've got to go over here and handle this and take care of this, and then I'll be back. There could also be, you know, an argument between you and him, Especially if he's like got to go over here, if he's got to figure out how to get away from this bitch right here. Okay, and I'm sorry to have to put it that way. So plug in which one of these feminines you are, which one you want to be, and let's see what other messages this reading has for you. Okay. Your advice. And this could also just be you for the month. So you for the month. This is the Nine of Swords, but it's in reverse. So your advice here is to, whatever's causing you stress and anxiety, you need to like cut ties with it. And if, I feel like even if you aren't particularly intentionally doing it, I feel like that's going to be the energy that's going to be around you this month, is things that bring you stress and things that make you worry. You are like, they may have bound you in the month of May, and then this month you're going to see that they are starting to lessen, that they're starting to dissipate, that they are being cut out of your life. Here comes the tractor again. Now, in your environment, so this masculine you're dealing with, he is looking this way. So he's looking at the past. He could be looking over here. This might be the same man, or this could be two different men. But this King of Wands here is looking this way. He may be looking at his past investments, where he invested his time, his energy, his money, the things that brought him good fortune. He could be looking back on that to see. He could be looking back at you, seeing what you're doing. He also could be looking at how he's going to strategize to get himself where he wants to be. There is hopes and fears around the stability of a relationship. There's fear around the stability of a relationship. There's fear around a breakup or something. Now, if he has you in a third party situation here, then there's going to be a breakup with either you or this feminine. So there's fears around this breakup. Now, if you're this feminine right here, then no, there is some type of breakup here at the middle of June. Now, will this masculine be back? Yes, I feel as though he will, because of this Seven of Swords. Like he's leaving something and he's backtracking. He's coming this way. So he's coming back over here. Now, if the card were like this, then I would say he's leaving, but he's coming over here. I also feel like this reverse Empress here, this is her shit over here at his back. So maybe by the middle of the month there may be some news that's you're not really happy with the news that you receive from this masculine, because they may be telling you that they've got to go take care of some shit, and they may say they'll be back, but I don't know. For some of you, I think that they may tell you they will be back, but they've got to go take care of and handle some things first. And that's where this heartache could come in. For some of you, they may not even say anything and just disappear for a minute. But by the end of the month, because you're seeing this this is what it looks like, okay? Because keep in mind that you are on the opposite end of this, seeing it. So you're seeing it in the opposite view of what I'm seeing it. So with the Seven of Cups in reverse, there is no more confusion. They know what they want. They've made a choice. Someone here is, whether this is you or him. I would say that this could be all three individuals. By the end of the month, these three people, I think, know which way they're going to go by the end of the month. So, we do have this Seven of Cups energy here, which, you know, it is in reverse. I prefer it, I mean, you know, when it's upright, there's an abundance of options. There's choices, there's decisions, there's opportunities. So when it's in the reverse, it's like, okay, there's no more confusion around what it is that you want. Now, this could be a bad decision, because this is Seven of Swords, Seven of Cups, two sevens here. Lack of choices. They feel like someone may feel like they don't have the right amount of choices. It could be, you know, returning to reality, because we are coming out of this Mercury retrograde, which makes us, which makes shit flip inside out. But now that things, and you know, that energy right there too could have made someone feel trapped. But at the end of the month, you know, we're going to be out of that energy. So it's like, okay, now we've got to reverse back out of this. And now how do we feel that we're out of this, like, twilight zone period we've been in? And they could be seeing things very differently. So maybe they thought they wanted this woman, and maybe they went back to her. Well, now that Mercury retrograde's over, they're like, oh shit, I invested in the wrong thing. I made the wrong choice. And so now they're having to get out of that and backtrack. So I do feel that there wasn't a good balance within this. Someone also was not victorious in this situation. I do feel like someone, though, is using their head over their heart. So they are being clear-minded this month about, you know, this masculine may be seeing where things with this person here was toxic. And maybe they're having an epiphany or a realization about, you know, I don't want this toxicity in my life. I want to cut it out. And because they, you know, it's like winning a prize, but then when you get the prize, you're like, oh shit, this is not what I wanted. I feel that energy around this. So it's like, now how do I get out of this, and how do I get back to what I want? You will have to keep me posted in the comments on how this situation, how this reading is panning out for you. Your Soul's Journey lesson card is worry. I am learning that worry doesn't change an outcome. So you may have worries around this situation this month, but just know that don't get too enmeshed in worry, because it is a negative connotation. And plus, worry is like a wasted emotion. It's a waste of time. You will need to strive for a balance. You will feel a state of grief. You may even feel a little bit of failure. But if you use your imagination, I think that will help dissipate some of this energy. So I embrace and nourish the creative aspect of my mind. I understand that a mistake is only an opportunity to learn. I understand that losing something is an opportunity to appreciate it. I bring a state of perfect harmony into my world, and I do so without judgment. So you may and could have taken something for granted, and then, you know, it left, and then you have a realization that, you know, maybe you shouldn't have taken it for, and I'm not saying that that is for all of you, but I'm just saying that there is some grief associated with this situation. So, you know, if you feel like you have failed some way, shape, or form in this, then know that's just a learning lesson. learn to try to take it as a learning lesson where you don't make the mistake again, and then how can you make it better the next time. Your flower therapy card is Unity with Hibiscus. You're spiritually connected to everyone through God. Use this sacred bond to heal your family, friends, and yourself. And it could be too that you need that energy to heal this dynamic here, or this relationship. We have release all anger, patience, time to decide, and laughter. Uplift yourself and those around you through loving laughter. Make a decision now so you can move forward. Your prayers have been heard and they are being answered. Don't give power to negative words by saying them. Speak from your higher self and make your communications peaceful and loving. I do need to reiterate something here. If, let's say, you are both these feminines here, okay? There could be a bitchy side of you that's trying to come out. So, if that is your case, try to keep the bitchy part of you in check, okay? Don't let her out full blast to rip someone's throat out, okay? Because, take this as a learning opportunity here. Just know in the back of your mind and to keep in check if the bitchy part of you tries to come out, because, and I saw myself in this. That's why I had to come back over here and reiterate this piece here. You have someone around you that's maneuvering with this Seven of Swords here. I don't know what it is they're doing, but they're trying to make like life choices and decisions here, and I feel like it does involve you, but I don't know if like the decisions and stuff they're trying to make is just in their life, and that's affecting the relationship and the dynamic between the two of you, and it's pissing you off. It could be, yeah, that definitely, and it's pissing you off. It's pissing you off into where what the things you say are not coming out right. They're in anger. They're not necessarily good words. So, and it could be too that with this situation, you're trying to release yourself from it. But know that you do have the power to heal this relationship through manifestation. Like, they say if you want to see a change within somebody, first make the change within yourself, and then you'll see it reflected back to you in them. I've practiced that a lot throughout my life. Your Indigo Angel message is believe in yourself. You may feel like you can't handle or you won't get through this situation, okay? You need to believe. You need to tap into this strength and courage, because you do have the power to handle it and to deal with it and to get through it, okay? You're just going to have to tap in to your inner self to keep this side of yourself in check. It's time to create, share your wisdom, physical outlet, and nature. So you may need to get out into nature more to help with like these flower therapy messages. You need to find a physical outlet some way to help you get some of this irritation and shit off of you. And if you're looking for a physical outlet, then it may involve, or could be, sharing your wisdom with others, like through a blog or a group thing. And you also have time to create. So there is something that you need to follow in the direction of creating something that will help, because whatever you do to get these things inside of you out, that physical outlet, it will help to remove the blockages and to bring healing within yourself. All right, so whatever question that you asked, your answer is you're ready. I feel like someone said, will I be able to get through this? And you're ready. Yes. So yes, you will be able to get through this. And as I say that, the card from the bottom of the deck is recovery. So you need to trust. There's no need to worry. We have worry popping up here twice. We have improving health, no need to worry, trust, and recovery. So you will recover from whatever this is. You need to trust and have faith that, you could be going through this situation as a learning experience. There's no need to worry about it. And focus upon things that promote healthy habits, healthy things for you. That will also help you out as well. So I thank you all for tuning in and joining me here. If you like readings like this, follow me on Facebook, where I do readings like this, but they are with tarot cards. Oracle cards, not the tarot cards. If you like to if this resonates with you, like on a personal level, you'd like to leave a donation or anything, my Cash App and PayPal information is in the link below. And if this is where I leave you, Gemini, I will see you here again for your July reading. Take care. Namaste.